What up guys, and Merry Christmas! Welcome to Clash with Dart and a festive episode of my Just Visiting series, because I am currently playing with COC. That came out wrong. What I mean to say is I'm currently a member of PWC. Now, PWC are an elite fair play war clan. They're a member of the Digital Warlords Association, which is a fair play association of clans who arrange wars together, and they further strategy and tactics for the fair play element in the war community. So they're a really great group of guys, and if we have a quick look at their war log, you can see they've got some brilliant wins on here. Wins over Invictus Prime and Reddit Raiders, a close loss to Cold September. They're another elite fair play clan. Win over One Hive as well. Obviously, there are losses to modding clans on here because, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. And yeah, War Whales as well. Big shout out to War Whales. That looks like that was a fantastic war. There's just a couple of percentage points in that. So very, very good stuff. Really, really good war clan. And we're going to have a look at some of the replays from this war against One Hive 2.0, which I was lucky enough to be a part of. I should say One Hive 2.0 has just joined the DWA, the association, so big welcome to them as well. Now if we go down, let's have a look. Here we go. Let's have a look at this raid first. This is going to be a stoned goho with 2 jumps, which is a kind of attack I really like. It's a very versatile attack. So here on this particular base, the double giant bombs are going to be over here. So what Jake's solution to that is he goes in through this side and then he uses jumps to get over to that queen, because he has a large kill squad. He takes a big kill squad in. So this is a fun raid. So down go 2 golems. I should say, Jake's one of the leaders of PWC. He has a couple of accounts in this particular war, and we're going to see an attack by him on his main account, his Town Hall 10, at the end of this video, which that one's worth sticking around for. So in go 3 wall breakers. He opens up the wall, and the CC golem goes in 2. In goes the king. He delays the king. That's important because he doesn't want the king to go wandering off. Even in these kinds of wars, these very high level wars, sometimes people put the king down too soon and he goes for a walk. So don't do that. Keep him till the end and then drop him down at the end. Now, One Hive 2.0, they threw some interesting clan castles at PWC. In my last Town Hall 9 video, I said that everyone was starting to use hounds. A lot of people are using them, but in this war they had Valks and balloons and all sorts, so it was interesting. Now, watch the king here. Watch what he does. Oh, shall I get the queen? No. No. Maybe? Yes. No. Yes? No. Yes. Ah, let's get her. So yeah, typically decisive king right there. Hey, after the beast performance by my king in my Town Hall 10 live attack, I guess I should stop giving kings a hard time. The year of the king. That's what 2016 is going to be. So all his hogs are marching through the base brilliantly, taking out all the defences, no danger at all. He's already taken care of those giant bombs. And he's still got both heroes left. Superb stuff. Really good. It wasn't a bad base, it's a solid base, but that kind of attack is the way to beat it. So, a little bit of cleanup. And that's 3 stars. Now, let's go. Tell you what, let's go have a look at one of my attacks. So, I did an attack on defenseless dart. I hit the number 11 base from number 30. Swag, you know, standard. It's a Town Hall 11, obviously, as many of you already know. So, what I'm going to do a penta, but this is going to be a really weird kind of penta because he's got his queen all the way over here with the CC. And she's actually not that close to that air defense. And the air defenses were in this sort of weird shape there that isn't really going to allow me to hit it with a traditional penta. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to send them in a clockwise manner around the base. And then I'm going to end up getting to the queen and I will kill her right at the end. So let's have a look and see how it works. So in goes 1 hound and 2, 2, 2. 2s are important because 2s mean that defences die in 1 go. So, boom. And then 2nd hound. All of the loons, you'll notice, they all go in killing hounds. Sorry, they go in covered by hounds, rather, to kill defences. So the loons don't actually take direct damage from the defences. then another rage, then another hound, the CC hound, a few defences up the top. I'm putting the queen up there just to give that compartment up there a hand because there's those two wizard towers. And as everybody knows, wizard towers own balloons. And we've got haste in there. Everything comes together right in time to kill the queen. Drop a little haste down to speed them up. Out comes the CC, which was a golem because I put my king down. That was to distract that wizard tower so I could kill it easily and it wouldn't hit all of my loons. And then down goes the last rage, and we've got the pups working on the queen. Boom. And that's good night. Now, we had an agreement, because it's a fair play war clan, they agreed with One Hive 2.0 that I wouldn't use Grandpa. So right at the end, swag Grandpa. Hey, these are the things you can do when you're down Hall 11. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that raid. I'm going to show you a slightly different kind of lava loon now. This one is by a guy called Alex, who also, like Jake, he's a Town Hall 10 attacker, but he has a Town Hall 9 account in the clan as well. And we speed up a little bit. He has 4 lightning spells. Zap. Ah, just missed her. Just a shade left on her. So she's got a sliver of health left, but that's not the end of the world. Because, as you know, you can kill queens with pups. So that's going to be the ultimate solution. So now on this particular base, basically, he's going to take what he's given. He's given these 2 easy air defences over here with that sweeper right by them. So take what the base is giving you, basically. For the price of his king and queen, he takes down both. And as soon as he gets that down, we now see the hounds. So again, the hounds go in protecting the loons. It's the wizard towers, as always, that you really want to watch out for. So he keeps the wizard towers busy with those hounds. His balloons move around. Out comes the first set of pups, and very quickly they see off the queen. He's got his last hound up the top, dealing with that air defense. Yeah, as I say, with Lava Loon, one of the keys is always to make sure that if there's a wizard tower left towards the end, you either kill it early or you distract it with 1 or 2 balloons. I like 2 because 2 kills it outright. But here he took out the wizard tower that was at the top very early. And that is all she wrote. We actually had a race, Alex and I wanted to see who could hit their base faster, and they both turned out to be exactly 1 minute 57 seconds, which, hey, dead heat, basically. So the next raid we're going to have a look at will be by Groth. Groth is one of the leaders of PWC, and this was a fresh attack, and I love fresh attacks. Obviously, they're harder to do than when you're doing cleanup, because you don't know what's in the CC, and you don't know where any of the traps are. So if you can fresh 3-star, particularly a base like this, which is a decent 9.5, and with a solid design, it's impressive. So this is going to be an EQ Go-Ho attack. If you want to learn how to do this attack, by the way, I have a video which teaches it. So I'll put that up on the screen now. It's very, very effective, particularly as a fresh attack. So he uses some witches, which are cool. New level 3 witches. Distract the defences. He goes for a big kill squad, which, again, on fresh attacks, they're useful, because they just give you that flexibility. If you don't have much of a kill squad, you really need to have a very good idea of where the double giant bombs are. So in go most of the hogs, 2/3 go in first. He's busy getting rid of those Teslas. He's only got 2 heals, so he has to be sparing with them. But the great thing about having a big kill squad is they mean that the hogs aren't actually taking much damage throughout the raid. And down goes the heal there for the hogs. They go through the last 2 giant bombs, and now it's basically GG, because with no giant bombs left, all he's got is a couple of archer towers and a wizard tower up at the top. And that CC Hound is doing not much of anything. And he's still got his ability left on his queen. So, brilliant raid by Groth. As I say, fresh attacks are always cool. And that was a particularly good example of one. And speaking of fresh attacks, fresh Town Hall 10 3-stars are particularly impressive. And that's what I've got for you next. So this was by a guy called Sean, and I believe I'm right in saying this was his very first war as a Town Hall 10, which this is kind of cool. If you can fresh 3-stars your first war attack ever, that's fun. So he drops this attack on this base, which is obviously it's basically a Town Hall 9 that's added Infernos. I will admit he's put his Infernos in awful positions because an Earthquake, as you will see, will open up both Inferno towers. So that was a poor choice by him, but it's a very well executed raid. A shout out to a guy called Swag as well, who's one of the leaders of PWC. He helped plan this raid, so props to him and Sean really. And in go the golems and the queen. Down goes the Earthquake and out comes the CC. Now in this again, he chose to have witches in his CC, which is a bad choice basically, because it allows the queen to rip through those witches and then take out the defences fast. A hound here would have been a much better choice. But, hey, that's why you learn, right? So you don't make the same mistake again. Now his king goes in and takes care of the enemy queen. And he's about to get the second air defence. And that means it's loon time. So that was a really good one because he used the hound there to distract that wizard tower and took it out really fast. Meanwhile, he was sneaking those balloons in around the top. He's still got one more haste after that. First haste has gone down. Down goes the freeze spell on the second Inferno. And he's got far too many balloons left. There's the max air defense, but that isn't going to cause much of a problem to him. The wizard tower might have been able to save him, but it's too busy getting focused on Sean's queen down there, and so yeah, that's good night. Brilliant attack, really well executed. Again, it's the basics. Take out 2 air defences, and you're going to be good to lava loon the thing. On this one, obviously, he got the Inferno Tower at the start as well. Queen was gone. Superb attack. Really good. And he's got a Swag Haste spell. So, that is a fresh Town Hall 10 3-star. Good stuff, Sean. Keep it up. Now, the last attack I'm going to show you is that man Jake again, and this was basically the raid that won the war. As I said, the difference between these two clans in this particular war was PWC managed some Town Hall 10 3-stars, and One Hive 2.0 couldn't match them, basically. And this was the highest 3-star in the war, and it was a very good attack. Now, I'm going to explain this one really quickly, because obviously I'm focused more on Town Hall 10 attacks at the moment than I have been recently, so I might as well talk you through this. Now, there is a hound in this CC, and what we're going to see is a split hero attack. So first thing Jake is going to do is open up this section. He opens up the top as well. The king is going to go down the bottom, and his sole purpose is to pull that hound out and distract the hound. And when I was at Town Hall 9, I used to think, God, that's a waste of the king, but it isn't. Because when you get level 40 heroes, the queen is so powerful that really all you need to do is get that CC hound out of the way and let her go in and do her thing. So the king's job is purely to pull that hound out there and keep the hound busy. The queen is going to focus on this compartment in here because this is the design flaw in this base. You can get the enemy queen, you can get an air defense, and you can get an inferno. So that is going to severely weaken the base to the point where you can lava loon it. So, with that said, let's watch it happen, shall we? So puts down an archer to distract and 2 wall breakers. Up the top we've got the queen and her healers. They go down. Gets rid of that army camp just so the queen will go where it wants him to. And opens the wall. So now the queen is going to get busy on the defences up the top. The other important thing that happens in this raid is he uses his rages on the healers. So this is a trick which people have been doing for a while now. Town Hall 10s have been doing for a while to give the queen and the healers a bit of a power up, a bit of a boost. But it's very, very important, particularly if you're going to try and chew through Inferno towers. So the king's gone down the bottom. His goal is going to be to activate that CC. We've got a freeze up here on the Inferno tower. The queen gets lit up again, but he's still got the cloak. So she's going to put her cloak on in a minute. Down goes a second rage on the healers. The king has triggered the CC hound, and he's keeping it busy. His queen takes out the enemy queen, and then takes out the Inferno tower. And now she's in a great spot. So in go the hounds first, again to shield the balloons from the air defences. Takes out the first air defence really, really fast. That pathing, well, it was a poorly designed air defence, basically, a poorly positioned one. He gets over to that second air defence, and that's right by the Inferno tower. He's able to freeze the Inferno and the air defence, and then everything ends up over there with the last air defence. Again, he saves those balloons to take out that last wizard tower, because otherwise he'd have been left with all of his balloons coming towards a wizard tower, and it could have cut all of them down. Obviously, if a wizard tower can hit 10 balloons, it can do 400 DPS. And your army can't handle that. But in this case, that didn't happen because he planned for it. And guess who's still alive in there? That ace in the pack, the queen. Great stuff. Really, really brilliant raid. And as I say, basically in this particular war, Jake was the difference. He 6-starred, he got 2 Town Hall 10s, and yeah, 1 Hive 2.0 just couldn't quite keep up with that. However, it was a brilliant war from both clans. Really, really good stuff. This is the 1 Hive 2.0 clan. I think they've split from the main clan. They're part of their own group now. So really, really good stuff from them. And as I say, this is PWC. If you want to join, then you can play at AriesLegionCOC.com. And I should say, PWC also has their own YouTube channel, which is PJ's COC War Raps. And I'll put the link for that up on the screen now. And I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. Bring your friends over, get them introduced to the channel. And until the next time, I'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and happy clashing.